it's the sessions that people look back on the training and go, wow, I nailed this session, that's why they're in such good shape. And then look at the long runs and go, well, yeah, well done, needed the volume. But actually, what is up guys, Andy Forrest, Team Runner here, and welcome to week 13 of this Sub 240 marathon training series. So I decided to kickstart the week with some trail therapy because it's going to be a big one and because spring is here. It is so warm, it is lovely, and actually we need this for preparation because end of April it could be sweltering, so I'd rather not be in a situation where we train through the cold and then bam, the heat hits us. I'm not saying it's going to get to in the 20s now, but it'd be nicer if it heats up. And the one thing I'm doing very quickly before we roll into the week, something that I never thought I'd do, but I'm doing, is I'm running to heart rate today. I've only got heart rate on the screen 146. Simple reason, I'm hitting the trails, so I'm not able to pace it as evenly as I would do out on the pavements. And God, 6:28, and I'm just trying to keep it between 148 and 155 on the ups and downs, so that it averages out around 150 to 152, just to allow us to keep the ball rolling. Because I know what I do, I bum back up this hill behind me, hit into the late 160s, nearly touch threshold, and cause more damage than good. So any moderate and easy trail run I do now, I've decided for the last 5 solid weeks of the block, we're going to be using heart rate. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's roll, finish this beautiful run, and I'll see you tomorrow for the workout. So welcome to Tuesday, 6:30 in the morning. 12 by 500, 5 by 200 is on the cards today. So before we even get to the big Canova boy this week, we have the shorter interval stuff, goal target pace around 140. We did this workout 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, and it went quite well. So I'm hoping it's going to go quite well today. Testing out the Mach 4 today for the speed test. We'll see how they do. I'm not holding out much hope because I don't think these guys are really suited for the interval stuff, but let's hope that they're light and poppy enough to get us through this session. Feeling relatively good, but still feeling relatively tired from a very bad night's sleep with the boy on Sunday night, who has a throat infection or has a throat issue. He's got antibiotics, bless him, so he's not feeling very well at the moment, but we had a full night's sleep last night, happy days, so feeling a bit more fresh. Yeah, let's crack on with it this morning, see how we get on, and touch base throughout the workout. Okay, first pair done with a warm-up scenario again. 149 on the way up and 143 on the way back down. Oh, okay, second pair done. 42, 142 up, 141 back down. We definitely needed to warm into that. This is better, but the 45 seconds rest is a killer. Halfway, 144 back up, 141 back down. Intervals are not my strong point. It's not fun. Seven and 8 done, 142 up, 141 down, 4 to go. Really struggling now. 9 and 10 done, 140 up, 140 down. I hate this so much. I hate intervals. I hate every second of this bloody workout. 2 more. 142, 139, finished strong. However, I hated that. That was horrible, and I hate interval workouts, but we got it done. Well, the first one, which was a bit sluggish, all in goal pace. Very happy that we've ticked another one off. Bring on the Canova one. Those ones are so much more enjoyable than these ones. Okay, good morning. It is Canova time. 3x7k. You can't see me, I can see you, so I won't touch base until we have got a bit more light. It is middle of a storm, super windy, crazy windy, like contemplated moving sessions. Life has been crazy this week, poorly children. I've already run late. I'm already annoying the wife, I think, because I was meant to be out of the door by 5:30, back for 7. I've had to WhatsApp her and say we're back at 7:30. I'm getting out at 6. I'm going to be in for a lot of trouble when I get home, but I've got to get it done. Oh, wish me luck. Hopefully she won't kill me. Yeah, just walking down to the start, going to get it done, waiting for signal. 3x7k, baby. It's a big one. Let's see if we can do it. This wind is going to be absolutely evil. Okay, this wind is crazy. This wind is absolutely crazy. Okay, so the uphill on the loop is with the wind behind you, which is quite useful. But that means the downhill, which I'm about to go on, is the wind hitting you smack bang in the face. It's going to be really interesting. Okay, rep 1 done. 26, 16 for 7k or 4.3 miles. Happy, very happy. I think the mile splits were 6:04, 6:04, 5:58, 6:03, and then 6 flat or something for the last 0.35. I've decided to stay at the top end and do 1 mile loops up there, and then at the end run down the straight. Wind is a bit more bearable up there than it is coming down the straight here. Long story short, my daughter fell over last night, and I think she's broken her arm. Hence why if my wife needs me to come home, I need to go home. So I should have time to get the second rep done, and I'll see if she texts me in between the second and third. Okay, second rep done. This wind is beating me. My wife also hasn't replied or seen my message. I'm a little bit worried. Anyway, fading fast. 6:03, so quicker than the last one, but not on this last one. If I do it, I'm really hoping she reads this message. Okay, head in the game. Rang her, she said it's fine. Last rep, I'm just going to do 5k of it. Wind, it's a killer. Okay, we got to 5k, which I'm happy with. I'm a bit frustrated that I wasn't able to get up earlier. My alarm did go off at 5, but I was like an absolute zombie, and it's only myself that's responsible for that. As I said, the baby was up so much last night, but you know, we got done what we could. So welcome to Friday, out here on the trails, just connecting the dots as I always like to do, thinking back of the week's sessions and thinking ahead to tomorrow's long run, just taking it nice and easy. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I keep getting an SD card error on the GoPro. I have ordered another one. I noticed that it's been playing up a little bit this week. So as I said, lots going on this week outside of running, which has meant the fatigue is really out there. Poorly children, work, family, all sorts has been going on, but I've got to reflect back and look and be really happy that we've hit 2 really solid sessions. So as I said, fatigue is at a high, but I've got to be really grateful that we've done the sessions. Yesterday morning was a little bit frustrating that I wasn't able to get the full session done, but as I said, circumstances didn't allow it. I had to take my daughter for an x-ray straight after the school run for a suspected broken wrist. Thankfully it wasn't, but of course that on top of the baby plus work plus everything else has meant this week has been a little bit taxed, but running's been something I've been able to throw myself into and kind of escape from everything that's going on and control and enjoy. So I'm really happy, I guess, so far with how the week has gone. And that now leaves us with a little task of tomorrow. 2.5 hour long run, moderate pace, 6:40 per mile around this cycle track to wrap up a good solid week. Hopefully Matt will be able to join us tomorrow, keep us company, and hopefully if we can get it done, wrap up a mid-50s week back up there with some decent volume. And it is Saturday, just like that we are back here up at Speech House for a 22 mile, 2.5 hour long run at steady pace. So we're going to be doing 2 loops of the cycle track again, just like we did a couple of weeks ago with Matt, but we're going to have to tag on a little bit extra. And we're going to see how we get on. The weather is flipping miserable. I haven't got a coat, it's raining. I'm going to actually have to put my jumper on because it's really cold. But on the whole, we are going in the Mach 4s. If you missed the speed and long run test video, you will see that I switched up the long run to test it at marathon pace, but I still said I was going to test it in 2.5 hours. So we'll see how we go on that today. Anything else to report? No, let's just hope that we get through this run unscathed. Okay, so we're out rolling now on the cycle track, just coming up to about 4 miles in. We're just saying, which is so true, it's not the sessions, it's the sessions that people look back on the training and go, wow, I nailed this session, that's why they're in such good shape. And then look at the long runs and go, well, yeah, well done, needed the volume. But actually, for me today, I'm not going to speak for Matt, but for me today, this is going to be a bit of a grind, I think. 22 miles. I love a good trail run, I love a good long run, but the fatigue is high. So this week it's going to be about wrapping it up on a solid foundation. Never underestimate the power of the long run. It certainly is the key to the marathon training. Okay, so apologies for lack of footage. The GoPro died as standard, but long run done. Didn't quite make it to 2.5 hours, got to 2 hours 22 minutes. And I had to call it. I hit an absolute wall. It was insane. So we were ticking along really nicely. Great average pace, 6:42, 6:43. Got to about 18 miles. Felt good. Did the cycle track. So we went down the long way round and then up the steep hill. Got to the top, turned around, went back down the steep hill, up the long slog. Got up the long slog, mile 18. 19 felt really good, but sadly the GPS went at mile 18, o'clock mile 18, and then my watch plummeted into the, I don't know, 8-minute mile pace range. I can't remember what it was, and we were still ticking away really nicely. Got to mile 20, my watch was dropping off massively. It was showing about 19 point something. Matt was keeping tabs on me because his watch was about 1 kilometre behind mine because he had to stop. And basically I just worked off Matt's watch and got to about 21.25 miles, which is really good and really solid. But around 20.5 miles ish, my body just gave up on me. It was like, that is enough. And I pushed through a bit further, and then I just had to, there's no way I could have got to 2.5 hours. I just had to stop. So overall, really happy with how it went. That is the first long run of the block where it has really tested me. It should be interesting for next week's long run, which is of course the 24 mile long run in goal time. So 2 hours and 39 minutes is the goal time, how long I have to run for, and going to be trying to hit goal pace, sorry, not goal pace, 6:24 per mile for 24 miles basically in 2:39. So that should be interesting. Going to have to fuel really well for that one to make it happen, because today on the trails here with a few of those hills are just absolutely trashed. Anyway, quickly weekly recap. Oh yes, and the Hoka Mach 4s, really good to be fair. My feet are burning a little bit, but quite comfortable, no issues whatsoever, no rubbing, no blistering. 2 hours 20 on feet, felt really good. So Monday, steady run, Again, started the week off really happy with that, very good. Tuesday was the 12 by 500 meters. Hated it, but we got it done again in the right pace. We nailed everything there. Very, very happy with that. Got the 200s done afterwards. Again, very happy. Wednesday, rest day as standard. Thursday, we had that Canova session, which you saw, 3 by 7K. Sadly, as you know, we had to cut that one slightly short. And then Friday, easy run. That was good. And then today wraps up week 13. I feel like I've been hit by a brick wall. I am absolutely toast, but I think that's a 54-mile week done, banked, and week 1 of the 4 big weeks now done and dusted. So we roll on to the next feeling confident and good and strong. But right now I need to go home and eat the kitchen cupboard because I'm done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That is another weekly recap done, and the first week where we really are starting to get in the meat and bones of this stuff. It is getting tough, and yeah, as you can see, I am done in. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure you give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then.